Whoops, couldn't start an ad at this time. You can always start an ad, Twitch. There we go. Hello. Just Gets Hatred, thank you for being the #1 gifter of all time. Gifting another sub. Proxy Glitch Cat, make sure to thank Just Gets Hatred for saving you from the ads. I know we have Scrandle open. We're not starting with Scrandle today. We're going to do Spell 5. Grenzo Havoc Razor. Guild Pack, thank you for the tier 1. Guys, hear me out, by the way. There is one slot still available for the Sunday stream as well as the 6 streams on Tuesday. It's a creature. Whenever you... It's not a golem. Golem. One creature type is weird. Whenever your whenever this creature, creature, not attacks, block, not blocks either. Whenever this creature enters create, no way, right? Whenever this creature enters, that's not how that's formatted, right? When this enters is what it says, right? When this creature enters. That's how it's actually formatted now? Yeah, okay, so this is when this creature enters. Question is, what is this? Target, Target. Choose an A? No, that's not choose an. You may I like the templating just fine. When this creature enters. About a year since Foundations, yeah. Foundations wasn't this year. All right, I'm gonna guess E. Whenever. This creature enters. Whenever this creature. Yeah. What do creatures do? They enter. They deal. Deals damage to a player. You may. Not to a creature. This isn't a creature. That's a player. You may scry 1. Oh, scry. Yeah, scry's 4 letters, huh? Sorry, I woke up 6 minutes ago. You may something 1. Tap. Tap X. TARGETC. Not creatures. PERMANETS. That they. Nope. You may tap a. It would be 1 target permanent. This is permanent. PERMANENT. You may. It wouldn't be return. I'm gonna guess A. So this is not tap. Deals combat damage to a player. You may blank a blank. PERMANENT. You may eat a tapped permanent that you may put a. What is this word? Permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Non-land permanent card? That's not on land. You may put a random. You can't do that in Magic the Gathering. You may put a... You just did it yourself. You love this card. Ugh. Dragon permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Oh, Goblin! Goblin, this is Goblin Lackey. Let me put a Goblin permanent card from your hand on the battlefield. I don't think that was that well done. I think I would have done better if I was less sleepy. Hard mode, play daily. Redeem ourselves here. The one on the left looks significantly more playable. Fuck. We've already ruined it. Well, that's Protean Hulk. Let's see this guy on her. Well, that's a ramp spell. Not a precon, is it? Stirring Bard versus a Transformers card. That's Congregation at Dawn. Although this is a very good combo card that people shouldn't sleep on. That's Erexmathes versus Gadrick the Wizened. That's literally Weatherlight completed. Oh, this is the fucking stupid hate card. That's Grim Reaper Sprint, which I hope is seen. Nope, this is a land, I guess. Narok Stealth Suit or a random assassin. Let's see where we went wrong here. Blade Watcher. These, let's play then. Destroy all creatures, the power 4 greater. Retribution, the meek. That is a pretty decent card. Protean Hulk, of course. Sky Hunter Cub. Yep. Slicer. Ancestral Statue. This card's very good. Works with these. This is where I fucked up. I tried to pick Weatherlight completed, but Awakening. Oh yeah. It's a shit Seedborn Muse where everyone gets it. Silver Quill Campus. This is a war crime. Grim Reaper Sprint is so broken. And Narok Stealth Suit. I figured it was a Campus. I was like, there's no shot that a Campus sees more play than this really good card. You had to choose a letter. What would it be? It would have to be K. Yeah, that would let me keep Kinesos, Kura, Kellen. Yeah, like I keep 3 of my decks if I pick K. Versus Cormella, this is Ailey. And this one I can easily just like swap to a is Commander K ID white black sort MB. I would just swap this to Karlov of the Ghost Counselor, Killian. Or Kumbal. Or Katramos. I could not play Kuranos. Kuranos actually actively hoses me. But I could swap this to a lot of different Orzhov commanders and not feel that bad. Ailey is the best one to lead this deck, but if I had to swap Ailey out to keep this deck, I would. I'd probably go with Ketramos. What do you think about Hansk Slayer Zealot? The playable bracket 2 commander. It's there for certain. I don't really like that card that much, but God, your decks are so cool. And immediately before you, like in my timeline of messages in both Twitch and YouTube chat, Cataract is these Orzhov motherfuckers are boring, which is just a really funny contrast to have. Anyway, let's scran and then we can get into deck reviews, huh? Which would I rather eat? 14 pounds or $6 or 6 pounds? I'll go with the 14 pounder. That looks good. Dirty Canary. Damn, that looks fucking good. Chicken burger. That's so little meat. Come on. This sucks. Like, those two sucked. That hot dog was pretty good. Lamb doner kebab. Oh, fuck. That 40 euros. €40. Holy shit. The saddest panini with 2 beers or what looks like pretty decent food. Chimichurri steak or fish and chips. This is even less. The Thai meal deal or cheesy chips. Come the fuck on. Klobasa. Or duck burger, duck wrap, and duck salad. Price for one, £8. Come the fuck on. Cheeseburger or pulled pork sandwich. I'm going with pulled pork sandwich on this one, chat. They both do not look that good. Unknown Scran always hurts the option. Cheese sandwich! Dude, I could make this right now. Just get a slice of brie and like a fucking 2 pieces of white bread. I'm gonna go with the sausage roll on this one. Are you shitting me? On the last one, we lose. Fuck off. Oh, it's with the pint. Damn it, I didn't see the beer. Was it for 500 euros? I thought it was for like 4. Warm Trousers getting the deck review. Hop on that first, eh? You have way too few lands. Okay, so here's the issue with Shieldred. I'm gonna let you type your blurb, so go and get that roaring. But we're gonna dig into you a little here for being a. Oh, this is different Shieldred. Still, it's gonna be true because I see a few cardinal sins here. You, the whiteboarders, ban this user, please. Do we have a mod? Suster secundying with. There was some amount of big reachers. Okay, we get a free cut. I love when users put free cuts in their decks. Mono black flicker, not sure what to cut. Redo ETBs with feigned death style effects. Okay, great. I already got you one. Spotted you one, bro. Is it bad I don't like the Gussie? Cyphabite is really past its time. Each opponent discards a card times 1,000,000,000. Yeah, I think let's not do a discard theme, is my opinion. If you want a discard theme, I would only have it in the form of one card. Black Cat. This is the funniest discard card ever. When it dies, random opponent discards, or target opponent discards a card at random. Hilarious. And I know that isn't an enter, but most of your flickering is death-based. And in fact, I'd probably go down the Gussie and Panharmonicon to make it a little more better in this regard. Okay, so you already have Saw in half, which is a very good start. I'm going to prescribe you an Iara First of Lochthwain. It's just a very good sack outlet. Being able to drop this on turn 3 and then just have all these Feign Deaths is very strong. Because she effectively just replaces the Feign Death when you sack the creature. Which cannot be understated. As like, this is very valuable. You could also go with like an Erebos Bleak-Hearted. That is another very good option for you. Now, I'm going to tell you to go down Dark Ritual. And the reason why is the issue with this Shieldred is not, oh, damn, I lost because I didn't get her out on turn 2. The issue with this Shieldred is I got her out on turn 2, and then someone blew her up, and then I couldn't recover for another 6 turns. I don't know if we need to build... I think we're just running this as a big Accursed Marauder. Like, I think the flipping is just a bonus. Right. We need to cut down another 8 cards here. Yeah, also, yeah, just like getting Shieldred out super early, or like, I don't know. Like, you have other big mana plays in this deck. I think Worst Fear's Wishclaw can't be in this deck. I feel like we're just not doing that. This needs to be like 40 lands. Like, even like Cabal Coffers. And then you need a Expedition map. Braids feels a little out of place here. We're not really token generating. We kind of have this like random Reanimator top end. I mean, I get the Valgavoth a little bit. But how much discarding and entombing do we have? Like, no discarding at all? Read the description, Samurai. I mean, this is just my opinion. But you can't support that top end. Like, Breach, we're getting a little better. I think we have too many of these, like, sack a thing, draw cards kind of effect. Like, I'd rather just have sack outlets on board. Altars Reap. Costly Plunder. Alright, let's play test. Pass. Sheoldred. Ooh, there we go. Conjurer's Closet. Flicker Sheoldred. Turgid. Flicker Sheoldred. Presume Dead. I mean, that felt okay. I would unban Leovold. Why? What does it add to the format? I actually think Callous Bloodmage is pretty good. Okay. Mill a card and lose 1 life. Okay, so we have 2 more slots now. I'm gonna take a quick peek at my IRA deck. Bloodletter could be pretty crazy. Oh, you know what? You need to be on Gisa. Gisa Glorious Resurrector. The creature an opponent controls would die, exiled instead. Beginning of your upkeep, put all creature cards exiled with Gisa onto the battlefield under your control. They gain Decayed. And Grim Servant. Okay, Grim Servant should be in, hopefully. No, it is not. He's not that strong. I wouldn't build him with wheels. He was CDH playable. What do you mean unfun? Having Narset in my command zone. What do you mean? This guy's rage baiting. Wanted to say that your stream on Disco Elysium was very good. You're a very good fit for such a game. Are you calling me a faggot? What, can't say that. Chat, you didn't hear it. Shh. Quiet. We're good. My normal vocab slipped out. I'm normal. 4 black mana, 5. Here, what? Exactly, exactly. Now we're cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Erebos. 6, 7. Oh, 6, 7. Ban me for that. All right, not dead after all. Sacrifice another creature. Pay 2 life. Draw a card. Shieldred comes back. See, and now we're looping Shieldred here. Kill that meme. You see, Helios, as someone who gets mad at 6, 7, you become the secondary joke of it. This is good to go, Warm Trousers, though. All right, Proxy. Do we have Proxy here? What's funny is after I said a slur, my stream viewers went up. What does this mean about Twitch TV? Six, 7, ha ha ha, I'm such a fat fucking chud. You are unreasonably mad about it. Okay. Let's read the blurb. Proxy. Oscar's a self-discard centric deck, relying on value engines and loot effects to create gradual value and benefit from playing spells via his discard cast ability. I brewed this deck on a whim last year, and over the course of playing it, I really enjoyed how it ended up playing. Once it gets online, it's become my favorite decks. No cards above $20 unless you think they're absolutely vital. I'm looking to take this from bracket 2 to bracket 3, perhaps ironing out any sort of obvious problems and making the overall plan a bit more consistent. 1. No solar intervention. Oh, I see. I cannot abide by you running soul intervention. It's just not. It's not playable. I'm sorry. I want it to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna extend this to Sir Conrad as well. And I get it. I get it. You're not even running stuff like that. Hang on. I thought I was gonna be like, I get it. You're running like Tormod or whatever. And you shouldn't be running Tormod in bracket 3. Feast of Sanity is also like low-key not playable, but it is to any target, which is very good. My voice just cracked. Cast a spell from your graveyard, draw a card. You are a fucking glutton. Okay, oh, but yeah, I love the concepts for your VTuber. Guys, I don't know if you saw, but I am going to get not a VTuber yet. It's going to be a redesign of my current PNG tuber. Oh, that's so cute. If you want more of this guy, you should buy deck reviews on Coffee. So I can pay my artists a lot of money. Oldest elk pick was low-key goated. I drew that in 30 seconds in MS Paint. It blows me away that people like it that much. See you at Dragon Con. There is a place called Dragon Con. It's real. This isn't some sort of D's nuts bit. And I will not be going to Dragon Con, but you know. Bogwitch feels a little too slow. I believe in the explosiveness of Bogwitch, but I very much value cards based on their floors rather than their ceilings. And that feels like one that's really just not doing it for me. How does this deck fold to Rest in Peace? The answer is ideally there's counter spells. There are. I would like to see a Withering Torment. Bare minimum. As just like a hopeful object to aspire to. I think the main issue you have right now for this being a bracket 3 or not is
all of these cards that say whenever you discard a card are just bad. Whenever you discard a card, nerf an opponent's creature. Whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, right? Like, these value engines just aren't that valuable, sadly. Not bad, but... All right, let's go up Toxic. Where's Wheels? I don't think you need Wheels for Oscar to be good. That's my opinion. I don't think you need to move into Wheels for it to be good. However, we can't be like Dark Withering for like a billion mana to kill one thing. PS put a big hat on the PNG tuber. Like this. Is this a big enough hat for you? Nah, wizard hat. Can't please everyone. Okay, it's utterly hilarious to me that we're not on Thought Scour. Like, target player mills 2 cards, cantrip. Feels pretty good. This seems like your best card. Luckily, you can perplex for it now. Bone Miser, the card starting the deck. Okay, I don't like the tokens plan. We can move back on the tokens plan if we... it sucks, because zombie infest... I don't like the ones you pay mana for, anyway. Like, what about dying to serve? Make a tap zombie token whenever you discard 1 or more cards. Is the VTuber going to be a 3D model? You just can't have multiple outfits like that on a toggle. I could technically, but like I'm still debating whether or not I want it to be a model or not. I kind of want it to be a it's not money. It's not a money issue. I have plenty of money to throw at this. That being said, you should get a deck review so I can keep having plenty of money to throw at this. There is, oh yeah, the type vehicle, discard. It's like something chariot, crypt crawler chariot. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create that many tapped 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Damn, that's actually insane. Anyway, so yes, I have plenty of money to throw at this, enough to get a 3D model. The issue is I don't want a 3D model unless it looks good. And what that means is I have to focus on tracking a lot, and I sit down while I stream, and I would probably have to stand up and move around to make the puppetry a little better. And honestly, that's going to mostly be me like kind of just standing around doing nothing, and then just like type. I'm like hunched over typing for like 5 seconds while I search up a card. And honest to God, I don't think it's going to look that good. I don't think it's going to look that good. That's just the honest truth. Okay. You need an iPhone for facial tracking to look great. Yeah, I know. And I would buy an iPhone for facial tracking to make it look great. However, there's more to it than that. Like, I don't just want to be in the corner here in a 3D model going like moving back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather just be a PNG at that point. If I'm not able to like fucking do the Brock Van Zeek's heel kick onto my desk when someone put Phyrexian Arena in their deck, then there's no point. There is absolutely no point in doing a 3D model. That is my opinion, to be clear. You have to look at your keyboard when you type? No, I don't. But simultaneously, if I have to wear a VR headset, it's a little bit annoying there too. No one came here to listen to logistics of streaming with a VTuber, by the way, so. Ripples is fine. We want to be discarding more than we want to be milling. I think milling is like a secondary, let's fill the graveyard thing for Oscar, and not a primary thing. So here's the thing. I'm going to recommend the Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro. Of Ramirez. Ghost. It's not, there's no the. So Ghost of Ramirez de Pietro. Can't be blocked by creatures with toughness 3 or greater. When it does combat damage to a player, you choose one target card that was discarded there or put there from a library this turn. Put that card into its owner's hand. So you can discard a card, swing with Ghost, and this is even if Oscar's on lockdown. You can double cycle a card. It's kind of interesting. By this extent, instead of doing these like slow drain plans, I kind of want to get you onto more unblockable creatures because you can do a lot with those. Something like Looter Ill Core. Shoreline Looter. Shoreline Looter, and then there's another one. It's the stupid one with Skulk. So the reason why I like this one a lot, Wharf Infiltrator, is because you can go Vorpal Sword. For the low price of 10 mana on a creature, you can kill someone with an unblockable creature. Simultaneously, on top of Vorpal Sword, you get Grievous Wound. See, okay, Bag of Holding, maybe. This is not the direction we need to be thinking. We can't be thinking slow grind, because that's hardly the point. The point is yes, we can slow grind. That is a possibility. We have the slow grind on lock, in fact. Much more important, how do we kill our opponents? Right, 10 mana does sound like a lot. However, once you get a Grim Hireling involved, whenever one of our creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you create 2 treasure tokens. You can create 6 treasure tokens per turn. Lively Dirge. You can get any creature from your deck with mana value 4 or less directly into play for 5 mana. Do you like Currency Converter here? Currency Converter is fine. I like it a lot more with things that trigger when things leave the graveyard, but sadly, the strength is just not there. Keep in mind, chat, I play Farrakha. When I say, matter-of-factly, that Sir Conrad is not a win condition, if you are not, like, blowing up the board with a Blasphemous Act or something, I mean it. I mean it. You cannot exile cards from your graveyard and hope to trigger Sir Conrad unless you're doing it all at once and killing someone. This incremental, like, currency converter, I exile a card, I exile 2 cards on my turn, I exile 3 cards on my turn, will never kill anyone with Sir Conrad ever. Doesn't Oscar like instant speed? Yeah, you may cast it. Yeah, so there's a lot of these. In fact, I could add Thought Buddy back. Thought Courier. Putridum's pretty fine. I think I'm just going to go for Hoarding Broodlord Sonhalf. I think this is just going to be the GOAT for this deck. Just like it goes wide board. You have Wonder to make them all flying. You have Hoarding Broodlord to convoke. And then you kind of go ham. You're just looking for win cons now? We have win cons. It's called Grievous Wound. I mean, even Feast of Sanity isn't bad. Dying to Serve. And then you make a token board. Wonder can kill with that token board. You also have Grim Hireling, Vorpal Sword, right? There are things that this deck does now. Draw. Black. Baron Moore. Draw a card. Next turn. Black. Tortured Existence. Pass. You didn't have to counterspell anything. Pass. Black. Discard Big Game Hunter. Return Archfiend of Ifnir. Black. Big Game Hunter. Cycle Archfiend of Ifnir. Draw 2 cards and then discard a card. And we're going to tap like this. Watery Grave. Yeah, we had to do it on our turn, sadly. Draw. Let's cycle with that, and then we can Tortured Existence back. Archfiend of Ifnir. Do we have a way to use the lands once through cycle? Oscar is mana reduced by them. 4, 3, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cost reduction on Oscar. So that means he's blue-black. I just pass here. 1, 2, 3. Circular Logic, counter spell. Black, blue. Damn, we could cast Archfiend of Ifnir here if we only had the mana to do so. If that was not a tap land, rather. So we're going to get rid of Escape Tunnel for Ash Barrens. Ancient Excavation should probably come in. This is just a land cycler for 2. Add 1 island, Lorien, Revealed. You have enough cycling and card flow that I do feel like you can get a little greedy on lands. You just can't get too greedy. Yeah, because it's 0 mana value for Oscar. Number of creature cards in all graveyards. This might be a Susser Secundi kind of deck, maybe. Nah. Let's cut Necrogoyf. Okay, we're getting pretty tight now. What do we do if we have Rip or similar hits the table? You remove it or counter it. I don't. What do you mean? What do we do if Rip hits or similar hits the table? We remove it or we counter it. Huh? I don't know. We're the mirror deck. Guess. What about other MX Selk? What other MX Selk?
I don't like 3-mana looter. I think 3-mana looter is a little too much. The flip is so good. It's okay. We don't have to glaze Emmett that hard. If only Fleem was Demir. Seriously, Gobin is such a broken card. All right, let's get rid of Overwhelming Remorse and thoughts on Breakthrough. Right now, I'm trying to cut a card. All right, what would you cut for Breakthrough? I legitimately need to know, like Argenta Masticore, I guess. Mesmeric Orb is unironically like not actually that bad for this deck. I know this Mesmeric Orb poster. It's unironically not that bad. Wage Cage? Yeah, bud. That's where you are. Undercity Sewers, Surveil 1. Graveyard that. Psychic Frog, pass. Curator of Mysteries. Nah, we should probably diversify here. Get a 3-drop in the, or 5-drop in the yard. We have 2 card types in the graveyard. Draw a card, then discard a card. That's 3. Blue, black. Oscar. Pass. Cycle, or discard this to Psychic Frog. Blue, black, cast it. Then discard a card. Okay, here's Hoarding Broodlord. Not quite there yet, but let's drop Dying to Serve. And then you, like, exile, 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 attack with Frog, draw a card. Pass. Or, well, actually, you want to discard a card to Frog on your turn. Discard Curator Mysteries. That makes a zombie. Tap Thought Courier on your turn. Draw a card, then discard a card. That makes another tap zombie. Our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hoarding Broodlord. Saw in half. Is in our hand. Fuck. So we should have discarded one more card to there, and then now we have one more land untapped. Now you can saw in half Hoarding Broodlord. And we can kind of just get any 2 cards we want. I kind of want a mana value 1 card. Dark Ritual is pretty decent. Vorpal Sword. Okay, Vorpal Sword is now out. 3 cards you want. Oh yeah, because the first one was for freebie. Grim Hireling. Next turn. Everyone's like, hooray, we're safe. Nuh-uh. As we go Dark Ritual. Grim Hireling. Combat. 1, 2. Fly Frog. You draw. Well, you can tap this instead to convoke. Attack with these 3. We make 6 treasure tokens. And we draw a card. And see, now we're primed to use Vorpal Sword next turn. What about Sacrifice? It's fine. It's okay. Is it better than Dark Ritual? Maybe. I think that game I kind of really craved to reanimate. Oh, reanimate! What a boring ad. It's just like we have so much discarding. Like reanimate doesn't have to discard like reanimate like a 12 drop to be good. Does loot and reanimate. It's also 3 mana. It also takes a turn to reanimate something. Like it does both, but it does both way more poorly than anything else in our deck. All right, I think it's Gravebreaker. I think this is good to go. I think this is set. This will win games of Magic. And we didn't even have to cut the bad card that's funny. Now, there is an interesting thing you can do here with the Monarchy. Just because you do have key enchantments like Feast of Sanity, you could do like Court of Vantress, Shadow. Right. I am a little wary of this because you don't have like enchantment tutors. Like you would need more tutors in your deck probably. But this creates it. These 2 cards are A, just good. B, they create a value loop where you can make multiple copies of Shadow the Second Sun, and that gives you more upkeeps for Court of Vantress to trigger. And then you just like copy Feast of Sanity 3 times every single turn with Court of Vantress. Like that's pretty good. You can also do that with Monument to Endurance. Just make like 3 copies of Monument to Endurance every turn. Like that's pretty strong. I would want to see you go more on counter spells if you do that. It would take a lot longer to figure out. All right. This person must have DM'd me the deck link because they did not include it there. No, they did not. Okay, so we don't have a deck list here. Do we have Super EX Man 64? Because I do not have your deck list. Yeah, that's me. Sorry. Okay, no, it's fine because you're here. If you weren't here, I just would have had to skip you today, which would have sucked. All right, great. Legate Lanius. Okay. The Fallout Caesar Precon was my introduction to Magic. I thought it was cool when I played Legate Lanius with a Panhar on the table, so I made a deck that repeatedly triggers his ETB by making token copies and forcing everyone to sack creatures they play with cards like Blade of Cells and Aggravated Assault. Only restriction is a soft $75 limit. Okay. And no cutting beam down beat stick. I feel like the deck may need too many high mana value permanents to get going, and I don't think the deck kills fast enough, struggling to find cards to cut. Okay. Okay, so already you're committing a war crime. Number 1, by force blows. Don't tell me we're on. Okay, thank God. I thought we had like twin flame combo. I'm happy to see Mahadi. I am very happy to see Mahadi. However, we have super bad card quality issues, like Obnixilis reignited. Like, I have not... This is Phyrexian Arena for 2 extra mana. I don't like Grave Pact. We're already sacking all of our opponent's shit forever. And Legend Rule isn't sacking. It's also removal for 5 mana. I can't help but notice that you have not put any other 5 mana destroy target creatures in here. Yeah, Cardor's a really good addition. Really like Cardor in this deck. I think Othyron is the worst one you can be running. Like, Jaxus. This one draws you a card when the creature dies. Delina. This one makes them non-legendary, so they can attack. And can do it multiple times in a single turn. Speaking of multiple times in a single turn, I don't normally add her, so copy, combat. Huh? The Master Multiplied is always a win more card. I've never ever seen a deck besides where he's in the command zone where he is not Rionia. Thank you. Rionia. Damn, Rionia's $10 now? When did she do that? Okay, love you, Rakdos. This is not... Rakdos is fine, I guess. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Okay, so... Light and Shadow, I don't understand. Feast and Famine, I get. That goes infinite with the Aggravated Assault, which you don't run anymore? Okay, that's fine. What does Cardor do for the deck? Cardor, 1, takes heat off you for a turn. 2, Legate Laniet, attacks with Blade of Selves. Cardor triggers off of those creatures dying, like, because they're attacking creatures. You can also Heat Shimmer and copy Cardor to go to every single turn, and creatures can never attack you. You have so much token copying in this deck that Cardor is a repeatable goat engine for the entire board. A lot of your card choices make me believe that you've come from the year 2014. And I say that with peace and love. I love boomer cards. These are... Like, why are we big scoring and unexpected win following? That doesn't make no sense to me. Does this deck want cheat death effects? I think it wants 1 Malakir Rebirth, so we're not on a pitiful 37 lands. Okay, I want to put... Not Drivnod. Drivnod doesn't work. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature, that's not the same as a creature dying. Like, it's fine. I hate Jet Ruby Medallion in a 2-color deck. What are we doing? Like, I would rather those just be normal rocks, and I don't even know if they have to be. Champion's Helm is like, we're getting a little closer to something realistic. Panhar fucking Monocon. Get out of here. Pinnacle Monk is pretty free here. I agree with that assessment. I do like the Pinnacle Monk theorem. Vincent Valentine.
Sure, it's definitely it's fine. Why cut Panharmonicon? It's an enter effect. Okay, see, like this is exactly the like the word cloud disease. Your commander is 4 mana. Panharmonicon is 4 mana. You are tapping 4 mana to do fucking nothing. Super EX man. When you tap Panharmonicon, you do nothing that turn. Next turn, you play Legate Lanius. You have 1 mana left. What else are you casting? Probably fucking nothing. What Panharmonicon has turned into at this point is each opponent sacrifices 2. You've effectively cast Legate Lanius twice, sure. Next turn, then you can really start going ham. It's too slow. You're on turn 6 before you're doing anything interesting. And also, if you can like flicker Legate Lanius a bunch, you don't need it. Which is what this deck is built to do, is just like turbo flicker Legate Lanius. I do like Legomos as a design. I think Legomos is also in the 2 slot, sadly. No Conjurer's Closet? Nah, I'm not a big fan of Conjurer's Closet. It would be better. No Othyron. We cut Othyron for Delina, Jaxus, and Riona, which are the 3 creatures that are just instantly better than Othyron. Like, it is no contest. Is the plan to make Legate huge with sacrifices or wipe the board? You do both at the same time. Yeah, you losing a Legate Lanius counters is pretty bad. Choice of Damnations, that card's so weird. I really just don't like it. Okay. Let's add more cards to this deck. Brotherhood Regalia is like the one artifact I'm like pretty partial to. I think then we have 9 more additions to make. Two-handed axe, maybe. I do like two-handed axe. Diabolic Tutor. That is expensive as hell. Sir Felix MITF. Thank you for the raid. I feel like we should still run some number of actual flush bags. No, we have a commander that's a flush bag. Why would we run actual flush bags? Flush bag Marauder, Cursor Marauder, etc. I know what flush bags are. Yes, like I don't think we should add them. Is my argument. Wild Wasteland and Count on Luck. I would never, ever add Count on Luck to this deck. It is very slow. Wild Wasteland I'm a little more partial to, but it's also very slow. Morbid Opportunist, now we're kind of talking. I do like Morbid Opportunist more than those other cards. It's already in. Harvester of Souls is too much mana. At that point, you should be adding the 5 mana one. High Society Hunter. Whenever another non-token creature dies, draw a card. Roddenmouth Viper is an interesting idea. Roddenmouth Viper, what's our early game sacrifices to bring it out early? Yes, okay, yeah. Gadrick, the Crown Scourge. This is another Mahadi. Plunderer. We are not sacking a fair amount of creatures. How many creatures are we sacrificing in this deck? Most of them are going away due to the legend rule. So I don't see how Pitiless Plunderer could possibly be good in this deck. Dragon Rage's Channeler is the guy you're talking about? I like Dragon Rage's Channeler. This deck has a lot of... From Final Fantasy? You mean the card that's literally just only worse than Dragon's Rage's Channeler in every way? That card? Pitiless does not sack. Does not sack. Just dies, not sack. Okay, so what creatures on our board? Okay. I see. I guess I still don't know if I like it. 4 mana it's gonna do like a Thran Dynamo amount of mana. Lively Dirge. Once again, Lively Dirge, just being able to grab any of these creatures here is pretty solid. Yeah, Garland. This does feel like an Arena of Glory deck. Why no Blood Artist or Judith? Because we're killing people with a giant fuck. Why do we need Blood Artist? If anything, we need Kazul's Fury. Just throw this into someone's head. Jury would be pretty decent. Master the Review. He grows whenever creatures die. Or whenever you sacrifice a permanent. Incorrect. Bonus Hunger, no. What am I thinking of? It's the Mana Value 4 type Vampire. 03, life. Thingermancer. I'd rather this be a Soul Shatter. I made a whole video about why I don't like Sheoldred's Edict that much versus Soul Shatter. Do you really need life gain though? I mean, it's nice to have. I really like Sangermancer. There's everyone's just like starting to beat the shit out of me since I put Sangermancer in. Guys, you gain 9 life every time Legate comes into play. That's a non-zero fucking amount. It feels like a pet card. We can tutor for it with Lively Dirge. Listen to me, chat. It's good. If you are up against fucking Perforos Impact Tremors, you win the game. This is, I get to ignore your attacking creatures. This is, like, it is actually pretty important. I hate life gain too. I am the #1 life gain for life gain's sake hater. This is so much fucking life gain. Motherfuckers hating, then running Ghostly Prison? Exactly. No, for real. Sangromancer is tutorable, and it gains a fucking insane amount of life. Also, yes, cloning Sangromancer, you're right. Archfiend of Depravity. That one's pretty interesting. By the way, Jet the Falcon, thanks for getting a deck review for next week. He just put a card that gains life in the deck. Kill him! How do you feel like a Port Razor? especially with Arena of Glory. Do we have a Shadow Spear as a treat? No, we're getting too expensive now. Meat Hook Massacre 2. That is a good suggestion, is also too expensive. Right? Unless it got reprinted. Okay, got reprinted. Sure. Or it didn't even get reprinted. Just people realized that this card was not good. I do like Meat Hook Massacre 2. The only thing is Quad Black is kind of tough. Make an example. Make an example is really good. However, it's also like $10. It's $6. I still think we're well below 70. Cousin Do or Die. What's the budget? We have $75 of cards worth of to add, and we've already added quite a bit. So just keep the next cards low. If we have suggestions, please. Like, I would say nothing above $5. I think this is a Bazooka Bog moment. And a Bogart Trawler. You already have Rakdos Charm, so we don't really need that much more Graveyard Hate, but Blood-Soaked Insight. I don't see the appeal. Flare of Malice. Flare of Malice is fine to cast for 4 mana. I'd rather have a way to sacrifice it. The Surveil guy from Final Fantasy. I don't understand what your fetish is with Garland. I really don't. Like, okay, like Dragons or Chandler is fine in this deck. I don't know if I need that many. Will of the Abzan. Yes, Will of the Abzan is a very good suggestion. You all sack a thing, I return a thing. Hooray. Braids. Braids is fine. This deck, of all the decks we've looked at today, that being 2, Braids is definitely the biggest contender in here. And I'm talking Cabal minion. But maybe not. Even the other Braids, I'm not a big fan of. Or the other Braids, I'm not a big fan of here. Tarians. Tarians is actually a decent suggestion. I would rather run Blade of the Blood Chief, though. Like, if we're going to pick one, Blade is just actually very... Yeah, New Braids is good. It's not good in this deck. That's my line of thought. Ghost Lantern. That's the one that lets you return a thing, right? Yeah, that's pretty decent. I like it more than Tarians here. Or rather, Blade. What's the non-creature removal looking like? I guess so. Like, we can run a, the other one. It's only you control. Yeah, that does matter. That matters more than anything in the whole wide world. Blade of the Blood Chief. And then we can also run... We have Chaos Warp. And I kind of also want to add the... not Last Laugh. Is Last Laugh good? Because Like It Grows. That's pretty decent. And now the life gain matters more. Color Pie Break. Feed the Swarm. So I don't know if you know this, but it's actually not. Kill your Llanowar Elf, fool. Pass. We call this mana efficiency. You. We already have enough tutors. Rionia. Although low-key, I want card draw. I think you're just wrong, Sammy. And that's beautiful. I Society Hunter doesn't work out for us. No way I'm just tutoring for fucking Knight's Whisper here. No, it's Rakdos. Okay. Where I draw 2 cards. Hooray. Twin Flame. More card draw, like body count. No, we're fine. It's okay. What you are looking at is totally fine. We're drawing 2 cards a turn with Rakdos. We have Legate. We have Port Razor. Everything is going okay. Like, that game was relatively slow. That sample size of 1 cannot make you definitively say, let's add body count. Let's add more card draw. It's like, no, we're okay. It's fine, chatter. It went fine. That was a slower game than usual, yes. But that's about it. Okay, we kept a 2-lander. We got punished. That's all right. This is super keepable. Although I am a little concerned about the curve here. Try 1. I'll keep that on top. Cathartic Pyre, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Okay. Now we are cooking. 1, 2, Dragon's Rage of Channeler, Dark Ritual. Surveil that into graveyard. Selena. Let's get Jaxus in play. I like that Jaxus draws cards. We can blitz Jaxus and then activate it. Yeah, let's do that. Like Atlanteus. Selena. Combat. 11, which is not enough, but we do get 1 copy of Like Atlanteus. It's not legendary. Two. We make 1 copy. Untap all creatures you control. Like Atlanteus. Like Atlanteus. All right, like that's pretty good. I do think 1 more card draw spell is in order now, but I don't think it needs to be something insane. Thank you, J Man Wild. for getting a deck review for next week. It's the best way to support the channel. Boom, boom, boom. Get your deck review. Reed is certainly a card. I think maybe you just go Erebos. I like the added ability of like, although we are a commander damage deck, so the life gain prevention doesn't really matter as much. Low key, like maybe Mask of Memory. Like we're kind of just suiting up like Atlanteus anyway. Get rid of convenient target. I also don't like Blacksmith Talent that much either. Bruv not responding to my DMs, clearly too busy daydreaming about Disco Elysium. I have OBS open. Custom card stam Thors. Custom card stam Thors is what Maldhound just DM'd me on. That is what I received. I'll say Yas. Sans God. Ill be bre. You're welcome. I got a lot of DMs. Hot damn. Anyway, reading DMs on stream is not why you guys are here. Thank you for submitting in your Like Atlanteus deck. We've now. Oh, Maul, thanks for the sub, by the way. There you go, Super X-Man. Or Super EX-Man. Oh, when you uploaded VOD highlights to your YouTube, do you edit yourself? No, my editor does that for me because my time is way too important. I mostly spend it like masturbating and watching Doctor Who and hanging out and drinking. So that's like super valuable time that can't be wasted. And sometimes here and there I'll write a script for YouTube. Wait, Mald, are you still here? Or are you going live? I think Mald might have died. I'm just here reminding y'all what your deck review money is currently funding. I am currently getting a remodel. He's been live for 30 minutes. That's so funny. So if you want to fund the Elk remodel that's coming soon, you should get a deck review. We have one. I think we still have one slot left for Sunday or Tuesday. Yep, we have one slot left for Sunday and 4 left for Tuesday. What is Doctor Who even about? I think it's literally a show that's better if I just don't describe it to you and you just watch it. You can get it anywhere online for free. Like it's so easy. It is British One Piece, but also just like it's just such a better experience if you just don't watch it. All right, so deep breath. Here we go. We have Atreus, Impulsive Sun. Draw a card for each experience counter you have, then discard a card. Does 2 damage to each opponent. Kratos. Whenever you attack with one or more gods and whenever a god dies, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of your end step, put a number of +1/+1 counters and target creature you control equal to the number of experience counters you have. Okay, so Atreus cannot get experience counters. Kratos gets them. And his son mooches off of them. And just to be clear, I will likely be present unless I'm drafted for work holiday season. As a result, it's very okay for me to do this later. So I'm just going to do this now, I feel. Because I already duplicated the deck. Mind Break Trap. What in this economy? We're playing bracket 3, bruv. Oh, this is my deck. I'm present. Hello. This deck rapidly became my favorite bracket 2 and bracket 2 deck. And we're running Mind Break Trap. You are an alien being. And Equipment's put onto this when he pointed out that a trace is essentially a Kmart the One Ring. That is true. However, while Trace is extremely good and the draw power makes Kratos is no slouch either. Yes, he can get really big. Chandra's Ignition is a very, yeah, exactly. Vivi is outlandishly powerful. Yep. Do we have Agatha's Soul Cauldron? We don't. The deck plays a proliferation package. The problem with the deck is currently the God package. Kratos' text suggests running God Tribal. No, it doesn't. He is a god. He suggests extra combats, baby. Cut all the gods. Even cut Joyra, in my opinion. O'Hare, Ashenil kind of makes sense on the surface, but it's not actually that good. I would just cut all the gods. In my opinion, I think the gods suck here. Because why should there be gods? He killed them all. True. Simultaneously, Kratos himself is a god. Just read this as whenever Kratos attacks or dies. I do talk about O'Hare in the blurb. It can be really strong. You have Atreus. Do we have Impact Tremors? Do we have literally anything else that does damage? Like, we have Vivi. I don't know if I like patrolling Peacemaker. Lethal Arsonist makes me a bit worried just because turning off the Undying is actually pretty bad. I don't understand the firebending we're doing. Like, okay, Firebender Ascension, we attack with Kratos, we get double trigger. Why don't we just extra combat it? Iros is the one god I want to keep. Pays for Atreus. I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, that doesn't make me too excited. You know what else pays for Atreus? Having like a responsible number of lands. Training rounds is not less than 1. His son's a god! You can just attack with his son on turn 4. His ass is huge, too. Metastatic Evangel. We don't run enough creatures right now. I would rather run the other one. Sun doesn't have Vigilance. I don't fucking care about that. Who said about activating when we play Kratos? We go Atreus. Kratos on turn 4. Attack with Atreus. We get our first counter. I never said anything about tapping him that same turn. It's just to get the first counter. Proliferate. Did you not watch me literally just in real time glup shitto cut that from the deck? Flex Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. Of which we are mostly. I'd rather see Professional Phrase Breaker there. Okay, here. This is my take. I do think Omen Hawker is better than Training Grounds. Katara Waterbending Master. Bergie is a good god. Yes, Bergie is a great card.
What is Bergie doing for this deck? Makes mana for activated abilities. Okay, we activated Trace with Bergie. Like, it's just the synergy's not there. I don't know. It's not doing a lot for me. We want to play Atreus on 3. I want to look at 1 and 2 mana on our curve more than anything. It is. It is actually time for Thrumming Grateful Apparition. Grateful Apparition, Thrumming Bird. Why are you running Monologue Tax? Never ever play that card. There's very few cards I would call legitimately useless. Monologue Tax is one of them. No, not those. Do you mind explaining why, Sammy? Yeah, Norn's Choir Master is actually... This card I actually do some pretty decent work here. I like Ripples. Let's add the Psychic Surgery. I like Prologue to Phyresis. Not Psychic Surgery. What's it called? Experimental Augury. You play Thrumming turn 2 attack, turn 3 proliferate what? Okay, Sammy, I don't think you have the brain power for this. You play Thrumming Bird turn 2. Turn 3 you play Atreus. Turn 4 you play Kratos. Atreus attacks, Thrumming Bird attacks. You proliferate the counter on Atreus. It's very simple math. Yes, we don't proliferate anything on turn 3. That's not the issue. It is a setup play for turn 4 Kratos. Astral Cornucopia. I'm surprised not to see these in the deck already. If we're doing proliferation stuff, this is like one of the most broken cards you'd be running. It's all about the curve. It's literally like, yes, we're not proliferating anything on the Atreus turn, but on the Kratos turn we are. On the Kratos turn we are. And we've already set up to proliferate it. This is an Arena of Glory deck, by the way. I already have a video like that. I just sit down and Elk is already talking smack to people. Because they're just like, the person in chat was just like, no, don't add these cards. And they're like, well, what are you proliferating on turn 3? I'm like, nothing. I'm going to play Kratos and proliferate that turn. It's like, that's the best. I assume there's no budget. It's literally a $3,000 deck, and I imagine they would have said something. This is a Stubborn Denial deck. Like, and deck building's hard, so I don't blame anyone for not, like, being groated at it or whatever. Lightning Bolt in this economy? I'd almost always prefer to see if, like, a Flame Slash or a Mizzium Mortars. Yeah, you're right. Bolt Ben should be in this deck. You're 100% right. Why didn't we think of that? Yeah, that was just me being an asshole. Oh, Afara got at the pulse. Get out of here. I like Iroas. That's about the only one I like. Out of the sea, I don't even really particularly enjoy either. Oh, proliferate, sort, MV. I guess we can run Metastatic. Serum Snare. We do run a few artifacts, but I don't know if it's enough for Throne of Geth to be good. I don't like Power Matters that much as a theme, but you already have a 4 power commander, so that automatically just makes Stub Denial and whatever good. Because that was a little too win more. Mystic Remora so you can proliferate the ice counter. Sammy, I'm going to stop taking suggestions from you very soon. Because you don't know how Mystic Remora works. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an age counter on this permanent, then sacrifice it, unless you pay an upkeep for each age counter on it. You make it more expensive to pay for by paying for this card, and also it's already in the deck. But, by proliferating this card, you make it more likely to die. Also, take out Reliquary Tower from your deck, please, for the love of God. Tajiri Shelter. I believe this deck is bracket 2. LMAO, says Sammy. Okay. Also, I am just going to cut Mystic Remora. You don't need this in bracket 2. It's actually just not that good. Boros Siege card from Tarkir. Why? What are we doing with the Boros Siege? It's double attack trigger. I don't really like that. Anything on like Dawn Charm? I do like extra combats though. Yeah, extra combats is definitely the direction I'd want to move in if we're going to do something like that. And I think the best ones is going to be like Fear of Missing Out, because it's a 2-drop. So it's super easy to fit that in the curve and then get an extra combat later. And so maybe you want like Aurelia. Yeah, Aurelia works pretty well. Once again, we could do something like a Port Razor or a Bloodthirster. But we're not untapping Kratos. So it'd have to be Port Razor. And then how are we getting this through to deal combat damage? So I guess you go like Winds of Abandon. Is Waves of Aggression anything? No, right? Waves of Aggression probably wouldn't be too bad. I think I prefer Aurelia. Could also, just play Time Warps. No, we cannot. This is bracket 2. It's a very strong bracket 2, to be clear, but... Yeah, there's a battle here. We could play one Time Warp. No, we cannot. That card is not conducive to this stratagem. Let's add Pinnacle. Ephemerate. I normally don't really like Path to Exile, but I feel like you're tapping out for a lot on your own turn. Yeah, this is honestly getting bracket 3. The commander's not super bad. I honestly do think that we're like crossing the threshold in a bracket 3 here. It just, the issue is that it's very interactive and not like, it's proactive, but it's very reactive too. Mother, Trouble in Pairs also feels like a bracket 3 card IMO. It's not, I don't really think, but you can certainly have an opinion. We are dumping the counters on Kratos. Do we want to lead any counter synergy creatures? No. We want like Soul Cauldron, honestly, because Vivi is just gonna... Vivi's Soul Cauldron's so strong. You go like Faithless, Looting, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and then you do like Frantic Search. Delina's not a bad idea. And in fact, because we already have Frantic Search, we can just do Delina. Yeah, I firmly believe this is bracket 3. Rogren Triumph, Graveyard. Dink, Everflowing Chalice. Basilisk Collar. Ratos. Dink. Ah, experience. One, two. Metastatic Evangel. 1, 2, 3. Atreus. Experience counter. Proliferate this. Exotic Orchard. Attack with Kratos. Experience counter. 1. Blue. Experimental Augury. Put Aurelia the War Leader into our hand. Rest on the bottom. Proliferate. Dink. Dink. By the way, we wanted to run fucking Training Grounds and Firebending. Atreus activation. Draw 4. Discard a card. Proliferate. Katara Waterbending Master. You are looking at your screen right now, I imagine. Hopefully. What on your screen makes you go, you know, this really needs a Katara Waterbending Master? Yeah, but by the way, do not play this in bracket 2. Unless, like, you literally have no other deck and your friends are like, let's pre-con brawl. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aurelia. Dink, dink. Draw 1 billion cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we discard a card. Yeah, I think I made this deck too strong. Like, if you were God Tribal, this would have been a different story, but we are killing people. This is now a bracket 3 deck. Either way, congratulations on your new bracket 3 list, I guess. From God Tribal to Good Card Tribal? That's not true at all. What do you mean good card? Like, we have Vivi, Agathas, yeah. Like, that was already part of the deck, though. Or not the Agathas, but the Vivi. If anything, I just leaned you in deeper to what you wanted to do, which is Vivi stuff. And proliferation. Like, we made this a better proliferation deck. Alright, let's count the good stuff cards. Esper Sentinel. Vivi, sure. Agathas. And then we have good interaction. It's the song from the first scene of The Magicians. I always think this is the Minecraft movie song. Why the fuck did they use this as the Minecraft movie trailer music? I think an executive saw the name of the song, Time to Pretend, and was like, oh, it's a song about playing with blocks. Hooray! So we just made a Vivi Cauldron deck. No, we didn't! Oh my god. So we just made a Vivi Cauldron deck. Did you guys watch the deck that just occurred in front of your eyeballs? What part of the gameplay that happened here was Vivi Cauldron? Where's the point to the Vivi Cauldron on screen? Please, I am begging you. How much is a deck review again? You can check the comments below. It also gives stipulations and stuff. Okay, sorry, damn. I Jet the Falcon, it's not entirely your fault because you're typing in chat and I'm here. But when you say something like, and I quote, "So, we just made a Vivi Cauldron deck," I cannot read that in any other way than this is like shitting on me hard. Like, no, it's not just a Vivi Cauldron deck. Okay. Do we have pie? What do you mean, yes, you can show, smiley face? Baked pie is here. Can I ask you what you meant by yes, you can show? What does that mean in the deck review for number 0? Because the first question is, will you be present at the stream or should I wait for you and just wait for you to watch later? Ask if they want the deck to be on stream. No, that's not what it asks. It asks, are you going to be here for the deck review and can I do it without you? Maybe I was drunk. I think so. I'm excited to review Ferondis, though. That's a very exciting card. I'm looking at this deck. I'm looking to make this deck as I wanted to make Rule mid-range deck. You were definitely drunk. And I love the enrage keyword, but I find the second line of text on this card to be a bit easy. My penultimate plan is to make proxies for Vondrus and make the tokens as some league character. I see. Oh, this is the tentacle lady. I know her from Runeterra. And her tentacles, and I would think it would be a good fit. This deck is on the verge of buying. I just want another opinion. As long as this deck stays under $150, any additions are fine. I just want to make sure the deck has enough for what it's trying to do, enough tutors, enough fight resources, enough indestructible sources, and probably needs some more interaction, but I'm not sure what to cut. Okay. So. I already duplicated this. Nope, I did not. So, this is a fight spell deck. In my first thoughts on Aura. Bam, it's already there. Very good to see. It's a fight deck. By the way, Arena doesn't tap for mana. This is not a real land. I imagine we have Bushwhack. We do have Bushwhack, so this is a land. So we are at 38 now. Okay, I don't like all the spells that are just fight. Like, I don't think that's really conducive to winning a game of Magic. Bushwhack is. I like fight spells that are modal and okay, where's Stump Stomp, for instance? I think Stump Stomp's a bite, though. Deals damage equal to its power. It's still very good. Should probably be running it. War Storm Surge. Okay. Okay. I hate this card. Cindervines. I don't think I like Cindervines. Fights, yeah. Is this a Pyroheme deck? Yes, Pyroheme may be pretty decent in the deck. However, I don't think I'm going to be adding it. I think it betrays the theme of the deck, which is going to be fighting. I don't really like Darksteel played as an indestructible enabler. Okay, Vondrus is 5 mana. That makes me a little bit more partial to this. Okay, you have Dragonstorm Globe, but why don't you have Jade Orb of Dragonkind? This one gives hexproof and a counter. Oh, forgot about that too. There's also the haste one. I don't think the haste one's going to be that good for you in this deck. Like, it's fine. Okay, by the way, Blasphemous Act goes with this card like a dream. Right. Wrathful Red and Stalking Vengeance. Blasphemous Act. Just like mass. Probably not. Is only for dragons to pay with, not the dragon tokens. Yeah. Tap to add green mana. You can spend this green mana on anything, Misk Me. You can spend that green mana on anything. Yeah, I'm not saying cut Dragonstorm Globe. I'm saying putting a counter on Vrondis is very valuable. Because having this guy be big means he wins fights. I don't really like Skilled Nurturer here. Legolas's Quick Reflexes in. I do like that idea. I do like the idea of Vigor more. Right. If damage would be dealt to another creature you control, prevent that damage, put a counter on that creature for each one damage prevented this way. Prevent damage dealt creature. Oh, negates commander trigger. Yeah, you're right. Sammy, for once, types one good thing in chat. No, you cooked there. Put a counter creature, then it fights. I guess. Yippee! Oh. Legolas's Quick Reflexes, though, is also like $1 billion. Yeah, it's $18. Come on. Roll D20. Are there any of these that are good? Like, there's Will's Reversal and stuff, but I don't know if I really like that. Generally, what were they thinking about when they... Yeah, like, it's 18... That's from a scene box. Yeah, I know. That's why it's $18. If it was from the set, it would probably be like 5 to like 10. Okay, let's coming attraction. Open an attraction. Why am I interested in this? I guess like it rolls a die every turn. Because attractions roll dice. I'm going to add this to considering. Roll D20. La la la. I mean, Chaos Dragon's actually pretty decent. Oh, of course, Infernal Puzzle Box. And that's like way less annoying. I mean, okay, Bake Pie, please, I'm begging you. Listen to me. I'm going to add as minimal rolling in the deck as possible. It's just going to be built into cards like Vexing Puzzle Box. Like, I think Vexing Puzzle Box is just very good. This is a thing that makes a 5/3 dragon whenever you tap it for mana. Right, and then Chaos Dragon, you roll a d20. And then you're part of each player. And it's a dragon, right? That's on theme. Delene is a little dangerous. You can accidentally clear commander. Will's Reversal. Right, and then we're done. That's all the dice rolling.
Could the bobbleheads be playable here? I think maybe. I'm not sure. I would keep this hand. We need to find another land, but oh, we don't have another green. My fault. We don't keep that hand. I thought we had green. Now we don't have red. Okay, hang on. Your mana base sucks. Okay, you were on Snowlands. You don't have to do that anymore. Also, Reliquary Tower, don't kid yourself, Gruul player. Temple of the False God, you are a pre-con builder. Wizards of the Coast hires you to poison people's decks. Okay. Forest. Doesn't Component Pouch only work on X spells? Or am I stupid? Yeah, tap, roll a d20. And then you put a component, and then so it works every other turn. It's probably good enough, honestly. Probably just cut like Farseek. I like Nature's Lore more. Okay, you do need a surveil land. Commercial District. No! Reliquary Tower! Dude, you're gonna hate my stream. Yavimaya. Yavimaya is non-negotiable in this deck. Because you have Arena. This makes it tap for mana now. Forest. Mountain. Add more. 5. Add more. 5. Then go type. Land ID equals 2. Verlaine Gorge is very good. Target beast creature. Firelit Thicket. Grove is not bad, but I like it with Punishing Fire for doing Grove with the Burn Willow shit. Essig is broken. Mossfire Valley is a little mid. Rockfall Vale. Look at all these dual lands you weren't running. Spire Garden's a little expensive. Like, we can just run Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground's really cheap right now. Thornspire Verge. And then we can cut something like Island Forest. Ta-da! Deal another hand. Okay, we playtest this card. Alright, draw. Oh, dope. Okay, great. Plot. Think. Rondus, draw a card. Okay, I'm a little wary of the Dragon Lord Servant, by the way. We should probably cut that. 2, 3. Chaos Dragon. And now let's go Bloomvine Regent. Forest. Forest to hand. Whoops. Forest to hand. Play Forest as land for turn. We could have tapped Not Like an Idiot, to be clear. 1, 2. Tail Swipe. +1/+1 until end of turn. Then fight a Llanowar Elf. You get 2 Dragon Spirits. Draw 2 cards. Next turn. And then here you go. 1, 2, 3. Vexing Puzzle Box. Add 1 mana of any color. Roll a d20. This does 1 damage to itself. You get a Dragon Spirit and draw a card. Like, look at that. That's insane. 2, 3. We could have once again not tapped like an idiot to play Chaos Dragon this turn. We could have also weaved in a Dragon Lord Servant. Move to combat. Roll a d20. You rolled a 2. Bam. You get another one of these. You draw another card. Are we still committed to the fight thing? Yes. We fight spell here. Indestructible spell here. It's just that this and this give repeatable value. We've also cast 2 fight spells last turn. I need you to run untimely malfunction. Rapid Vigor. Bolt Bend. Actually, you don't need untimely malfunction. You have Will's Reversal, which is slightly more expensive, but it's fine. And one more card. Warstorm Surge does cause the dragon tokens to sacrifice themselves immediately. True. We should be on Terror of the Peaks instead. Terror of the Peaks. Because Terror of the Peaks does the damage. I don't really like Gaia's Gift. At least not here. $20, Jesus. That's worth it. This card is worth $20. We're Ancient Shred. Where are good? They do work. I know Stalking Vengeance is good, but if I had to pick one or the other, I'm going to pick Terror of the Peaks every single time. Yeah, Hammer of Nazan's actually pretty decent. God, people hate the Sonic printing. Let's find like some room for this. Advanced sort by price. Yavimaya Stomping Ground. I mean, we can axe Stomping Ground. I don't really feel too bad about that. Like, our mana is very good, irregardless of the fact of the matter. Can we play Go-Go? Like, we can. You legally can put Go-Go in this deck, yes. Derek's Pack Leader does feel a little expensive for what it's doing for you. Oh yeah, I didn't want Dragon Lord Servant either. Okay. Okay, let's put Stalking Vengeance back in. I would like another sack outlet besides Goblin Bombardment, though. Blasting Station. That is a Goblin Bombardment side grade for sure. Evolutionary Leap. Okay, we're close. That is the best contender. Greater Good. Yeah. That's it. All right. Yeah, let's do Greater Good. We draw 2 cards per Dragonborn. I think of Greater Good in the context of, like, I have a million creature, you know, and not in the context of, oh, I'm going to use it for value that, like, draws me a card or 2. Goblin and Necromancer. Mountain, 1, 2, 3. Component pouch. Put a component pouch. Okay, roll d20. 16. We put 2 component counters on it. Remove a counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to hold up Rapid Vigor too. Not half bad. Rapid Vigor. Protect ourselves. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 4/5. There we go. Xenagos. Combat. Rondus. +5/+5. Swing. Dink, dink. Disciple of Freyales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Xenagos is a creature. Let's sack Rondus and draw 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, land for turn. All right, you're doing pretty well that game. So, hopefully that looked fun to you. It looked fun to me. All right, we have Gobin. Gobin Fleam. Toolbox to try and control opposing boards until I can either win through Mech Titan, Depth Shaker, or Kappa Cannoneer. Okay. No budget restriction on my group proxies, preferably no UB unless it's overtly fitting. Any cards that can make the toolbox more fluid, improve protection. Asking the toolbox champ to review my first attempt at one. Want to show off how fun Goblin Engineer, Witchclaw Talisman, and Voyager Staff are together. Okay. How many vehicles are we running? 3. Do we have like an artifact token generator? We don't. Good luck flipping Mech Titan. 38 lands is also a fucking war crime, unless we have some land cycling going on. Do we have any land cycling motion? We have Expedition Map. That works. Okay. I think Glaring Spotlight goes. I think it does too little. I do like Bridge. From your graveyard to your hand. I Psymaster Thopterus. This is just like going to be the best card in your deck. It's an artifact sack outlet. It makes artifact creature tokens when you cast an artifact spell. And then it also that makes Mech Titan doable. We're built around Fleam mostly. Like we have Reforge the Soul and etc. Reforge the Soul, by the way, like desperately needs something like a Brainstorm. Brain Surge. I like the weapons manufacturing. Weapons manufacturing needs a Tez. Tezzeret Cool Captain. Weapons manufacturing, and then you have Sunburst, the Sunburst engineered explosive. Okay, let me explain my reasoning here. You have Scrap Mastery to sack all your stuff. However, being able to go, I make a ton of artifacts with weapons manufacturing. Tezzeret, X is 0 or -3 Tezzeret, X is 0 engineered explosives, pay 2, destroy everything. And then on top of that, being this just being removal is very valuable. The Mechanist from Avatar, we cannot add Universes Beyond cards. Grinding Station is a good recommendation and is very strong. Slow Bad is certainly fine. Simultaneously, Slow Bad is fine. Like, I don't know. Like, this is a lot more compact. This is a good card devoid of synergy. Slow Bad is not.
I do not like Wizard Replica. I'm vibing with the rest of this. This is a goddamn Emery deck if I've ever seen one. Thought Monitor is definitely good. Is it Charm? Feels like filler. Okay, we are doing some land cycling, so we're good with that. I don't like Windfall refilling our opponents. Same thing with Whispering Madness. Like, I get it works with Fleam discard, but so does, like, so many other good cards that we're already running. Plus, you can run something like Mask of Memory, because Fleam has Flying Menace, so it's going to get through. And then Mask of Memory is just like, you draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Beautiful. That's so good for you. Armix is decent. It works with bigger mana value stuff, though, which is what the only thing that's, like, has me a little bit worried. Awaken the Erstwhile is not appropriate. I don't really like Awaken the Erstwhile at bracket 3 or lower. Armix. Oh, Armix counts the number of artifacts you have. I see. Yeah, Filigree Thrasher. It's probably worthwhile. It counts the number of artifacts. I thought it was equal to the thing you discarded, not other way around. My fault. I'm gonna cut some of the signets, I think. Go up Uthros. I don't think we're making that big of creatures, sadly. Let's do Uthros Researchcraft. I've been impressed by this card. I know 2 mana rocks feel good with Flame. We have plenty of other ones. I didn't cut the good ones, like Talisman. Blue, black. Oh, wait, no. This is double colorless because we're greedy on our lands. Fuck. Emery's only 1 mana. Black, blue, red. 1. Think. Welding jar. Think. Scrapyard recombiner. One, two, think. Yay. Okay, sacrifice an artifact. Let's sacrifice welding jar. Asmo Cookbook is not a bad idea, actually. I'm really a big fan of that. We would need to have way more of a discard count, though. But maybe that's worth it. I like the artifact lands as much as the next guy, but I think we need more things that tap for color anyway. Let's add Baron Moore, Asmo Morano. Mordai Kadaista Koldakar. Underworld Cookbook. And then Monument to Endurance. There we go. We need 3 cuts. Trash for Treasure. Okay, maybe it is just Reforge the Soul. That lets us get rid of Brain Surge, Brainstorm. And then we can run something like Mishra's Bauble. Ta-da. Playtest, discard. Alright, draw. Xander's Lounge, next turn. Mana Confluence, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gleam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bulldozer Forge Master. Blood Crypt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or just 3. Uthros. Druid. This is now online. 1, 2, 3. Scrap Trawler. Draw a card. Next turn. Okay, well, that's Depth Shaker Titan. That's a very good card. However, let's go. Yeah, Brass's Tunnel Grinder would be very good here. Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Thonhalf is a very fun card. I don't know if it's working for us here. Thirst for a Bitter Triumph. Impulsive Research for a Bone Shards. Imskeer is pretty big. Yeah, Imskeer is probably goated. Frog just kind of feels like good stuff. Damn, this is so close to being good. Restart. Nope. Restart. Nope. Even when we added lands to this deck. Workshop Assistant to the bottom. Draw. Stormcarved Coast. Nope. Blood Crypt. Expedition Map. Tap Land. Underworld Cookbook. Dink Dink. Expedition Map. View Library. Type Land. Reflecting Pool. 1, 2, 3. Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards. Discard Deadly Dispute. Skimmer Mirror. Fabled Passage. Crack it for Island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gerard's Hourglass Pendant and Armix. Inventor's Fair. That's pretty decent, actually. 2, 3, 4. Let's do Gleam. Pass. Beginning life of Inventor's Fair. But I just pass here and they go 1, 2, 3, 4. Crack Inventor's Fair. Ensnaring Bridge. Discard Depth Shaker Titan. Make a food. Let's just make a food with our Clan Ironworks. Next turn. Tapped Baron Moore. 1. Think Discard ensnaring bridge. Oh wait, no, we don't have to discard ensnaring bridge just yet. Because we can go to combat, attack with Armix, discard Depth Shaker Titan. But Mayhem doesn't let us break fucking timing restriction. Damn. So yeah, we make a food here by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This enters. Each non-creature artifact, any number of target non-creature artifacts, become 3/3s. Hooray! 1, 2. Damn. Each artifact creature you control has... Okay, melee trample haste. So yeah, if this wasn't a tap land, if this was a normal one, we could have also cast Ensnaring Bridge this turn. After doing this giant swing. Overall, that did feel kind of decent, though. What about Matsalantli? I spelled it right. Oh my god, I own. Just draw a discard. Probably just workshop assistant, sadly. I would keep this. Faithless Looting is fixing. And sometimes you just don't even need to use it. And sometimes you just don't even need to use it. Yeah, let's just drop Gleam here. So yeah, I recommend you do this every game. Save Faithless Looting. Red, Faithless Looting. Draw 2. Discard 1, 2. Tezzeret for 1 mana. Goblin Engineer for 1 mana. Mask of Memory, probably. And then you go remove a loyalty, remove a loyalty, remove a loyalty. And you go find Voyager Staff. You cast Voyager Staff, you pass. You block with Goblin Engineer. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, no, we had a floating mana from Sol Ring still. Yeah, so we get to go Voyager Staff, and then you go 1, 2, Flicker Goblin Engineer. And then you get another MV equals 3. You can get any artifact you want, but you press the Tunnel Grinder Graveyard. Next turn. Thundering Falls, Surveil 1, Graveyard. Red 1, Weapons Manufacturing. 1, 2, 3, Sculpting Steel, red. Sack Soul Ring OG for... Nebraska's Tunnel Grinder. Nah, it's Mask of Memory. And then you go equip 1 to Fleam. And then now we have a discard engine ready. By the way, this gets like a couple things. Non-token artifacts we controlled entered. Right. So Urza Saga would be pretty decent in this deck. And by pretty decent, I mean very good. You do need to cut a colorless land for it, in my opinion, because we are 3 colors. It'd probably be like Darksteel Citadel. For an Urza Saga. I don't know if that's necessary. It's definitely very good. But I don't know. It's not necessary if you don't have like $32 laying around. Anyway, this is pretty good to go, in my opinion. I really like the chat suggestion of Asmo there. That was a very good suggestion. Okay. Lastly is Hindmunter. Won't be present unless it's the first list you look at. Oh no, Hindmunter, why didn't you say that in chat? That's something you need to say in chat. Well, I don't want to review this while you're gone. Because it doesn't say I can do it without you. Like, that's something you need to be very clear about. Can I do this without you? Yes, no. Oh, bummer. We're doing some Runati bullshit, though, which I always really like. It's cool I'm podcasting the stream. All right, great. This works. Hindmunter is here. This is a mono green deck, aggro deck I made to be easily passed off to a newish player with 34 lands in it. God damn. But it ended up being too powerful, so I ended up upgrading it. Okay. No restrictions. The deck is already bracket 4. I'm happy to keep it that way. So we have Chrome Mox, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring. These are kind of lands. If you're going to be using Wild Growth, hang on. So let's duplicate this. This is not a nude player deck anymore. To be clear, chat. I don't know if you need Badger Mole Cub. Is that crazy to say? Oh wait, no, it's just Kinnan. Yeah, so you should have it. But it fucks with your curve. That's the one thing. It does fuck with your curve. All right, this needs Allosaurus Shepherd. Allosaurus Shepherd, in my opinion, is like you bracket 4 or bust. Like, this is the bracket 4 card you need. And in fact, it's better than Dosin, which you're already running. Always run this over Dosin, because Dosin stops people from counterspelling other people's combos. Allosaurus Shepherd just completely locks out opponents from touching you, which is just so much better. I'm always a bit wary of Rap and Vigor in this bracket. That gives you you don't need Gemstone Caverns. Arbor Elf though. Branching Evolution feels like it's competing on your curve. Return. Yeah, Utopia Sprawl should be in. And then like maybe a Yavimaya. And then we can playtest it. This is also an old Gnawbone deck, if we don't have it already. This is the most old Gnawbone deck of all time. Like, 7's the main joke. So, cards at 7 mana with really stupid combat damage abilities is exactly where we want to be, because we give him haste. Or attack triggers. I think it's like Stonehoof Chieftain. All right. I don't like Tranquil Thicket either. Like, we can just run Beseiju, right? We already have Beseiju. We can run like a non-tapped land. Like, our curve feels very important to us. That's 6 mana. Hear me out. Another forest. A test. All right, great. We keep this hand. Draw. Forest. Llanowar Elves.
Next turn. Rogue's Passage. 1, 2, 3. Brunati. Crop Rotation Forest for Gaia's Cradle. Tap Gaia's Cradle for Badgermole Cub. Earthbend the Rogue's Passage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Silverback Shaman. Next turn. Five mana. 6, 7. Throw up, chat. 8, 9. Archetype of Endurance. Enters with 4 counters. It has haste. Combat. We also get to look at the top 5 cards of our library and put a land card from among them into play. Do we have Thrasios in this? Devulse. Okay, we win this turn. 1, 2, 3. Fierce Empath. Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bink. Blow up your thing. Swing a billion Ulamog at you. The Annihilator of Millions coming your way. It has hexproof. He said it again. It happens every time you count, chat. I don't know if you know this. Crazy we got away with this with 2 lands and, Cradle and Badgermole Cub. Like, of course we got away with it. I don't know if I like Hierophant Bio Titan. It kind of just feels big. Same thing with this one. I want more evasion on your creatures is my main argument. Mana value equal to, or this is equal or greater to 7, right? No. There we go. Now it's that. Oh, trample type creature. Well, of course it's going to have trample, but hit it with the Sort USD beam. This is how you build a bracket 4 deck. Vaultborn Tyrant. Yes. Nyx Bloom Ancient. Hilarious. I don't know if necessary. Sire of 7 Deaths. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Galta. It's okay. We're not really casting it. Is this a trigger or when you cast? Whenever you cast. Emrakul. This is a bracket 4 card. This is so good. Vorinclex. That's kind of fun. Like this top end. This looks a lot more terrifying than what it was before. Like maybe Sire's a little bit middling. So maybe instead of that, you do a Rapid Vigor like it was before. All right, I'm going to play test again because it's so much fun. All right, draw. Forest. Next turn. Elvish Spirit Guide. Forest. Brunati. Terra Symbiosis. Okay, Overwhelming Stampede. This is the most worthless Overwhelming Stampede I've ever seen in my entire life. I didn't even know we had that in the deck. Hey guys, after I Emrakul you, I Overwhelming Stampede. Like, yeah, you're already dead. Scryfall. Random Scryfall card. Mud Button Torch Runner. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player. This card's not that bad. Any target. Pretty good. Anyway, we got rid of that. Hooray. I have been not very interested in Out of This World. All right, let me paint a picture for you, chap. They cast a spell and they target your like Eldrazi. In like this should be Tamiyo's safekeeping. And the reason why is if you get strip mined, you would want to protect your Gaia's Cradle. Even though this costs 1 more mana all the time, the fact that you can protect any permanent is better. I would like... Okay, Disciple's already in. Tyvar's Stand is better. No, Tyvar's Stand cannot target Gaia's Cradle. Target creature. I mean, maybe you just run both. Like, they're both fine. But, like, also, it's not better. For the exact reason I just described. Let's run Fintorn Elves, Wirewood Lodge, Badgermole Cub, Arbor Elf Birds. And then here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're naughty. We have 1 green mana floating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, only 6 mana. So next turn. 1, 2, 3. Terra Symbiosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That number 8. Dawnglade Regent. 1, 2, 3. We draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We become the Monarch. We play our land drop for turn. We move to combat. We swing with the Dawnglade Regent. We pass. We Tyvar Stand something. Like, here we go. We're pretty happy right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. Think Emergent Woodward. 1, 2, 3. This gets 3 counters. We swing it. X is its power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get Archetype of Endurance in play. We also draw... Either way, we draw 3 cards. This is performing very well. We did draw Badgermole Cub all those games, but it is also just performing very well. This is very good to go. If you're still running into counterspell issues, you could also run Dosen. Just run the Allosaurus Shepherd for a while and see how just this feels. Because you can Green Sun Zenith for this, right? Like maybe another creature tutor would be my only comment about this. But overall, the Green Sun Zenith Allosaurus Shepherd's pretty good. Yeah, Veil of Summer is another very good option. I run that in my mono green bracket 4 deck with Kura. This is my lands deck. Like I run Allosaurus Shepherd, Veil of Summer, and I also run Green Sun Zenith Nature's Rhythm, and that has felt very good. Like this deck feels so good because Allosaurus Shepherd just makes my game plan unstoppable. Like truly unstoppable. Anyway, YouTube, that's going to do it for us. Get your deck review. Grah, get it. I need money to buy my new PNG tuber stuff. Once again, reminder, I'm getting a PNG tuber remodel. So if you want to help fund that remodel, go to the coffee and get your deck review. I cannot stress this enough. It is the best way to support the channel. We have 3 slots remaining for next Tuesday. If you want me to look at your deck here on stream, upgrade it. If you just want to share it with the chat, anything like that, you can support me there. YouTube, that's going to do it though. Thank you for stopping by.